Welcome back to another quick pitch baseball tutorial video. This one is not going to be a tutorial so much as just showing off some of the uh, cool team cover cards that I created. Now, these have a couple of different functions. One, it's a team cover card. So you can see that it's the size of the team cards, right? Almost exactly, but pretty close. It's about the size of the team card, so you could actually use this as a cover for your cards. If you want to keep the cards together as teams, then you can put these as a cover. It gives you a nice big logo that you can check this out. And, I got everybody in here. So the entire 1986 Major League Baseball teams are listed in here. And then there's a couple of cool extra sort of features in here. It tells you the year and what division they're in, but also it gives their team record for the 86 season. And then we have two extra things here. One is the manager chart and one is the stadium chart. These stadiums are super cool, and they were taken from a website. I'd have to post the link to the website, but you can actually go through and see how the stadiums have changed over time in history. You can't see it on the camera, I'm sure, because it's hard to see here, but it gives you a little profile of the stands of each of these. It's just super cool. And so you can, get a little flavor of each team. This is what Fenway Park looks like. Of course, the streets of the city going all around it. Wrigley Field too. So, so you have Waveland and Sheffield, Clark and I don't remember the other. I was there the other day, so I should know, but can't remember that. Someone will be able to correct me. Um, so we have sometimes multiples, and that's because they had split managers, and sometimes they had three managers. But a lot of times it's only one or two games that they managed. If they only have one or two games they managed, I didn't put them in here. But we have a manager section for each of these, and it actually includes some of their tendencies. And shout out goes to the Pocket Pennant Run guys because they included this in their newest version, version 2 of Pocket Pennant Run. And I thought that is awesome. So reached out to Matt, and he told me that where I could find that information. And it's just on Baseball Reference. It's right there for you to get. And it has the tendency for these different managerial decisions. So stealing second, third, sacrifice bunting, intentional walks, pinch hitting, pinch running, and then how fast is their hook? Are they average, or do they have a quick hook or a slow hook? So a plus would be a quick hook. A circle would be an average hook. So not too quick, not too slow. And then a minus would be sort of a slow hook. This is based off of how many pitchers they use per game. So the more pitchers they use per game, the more they lean toward the plus. Okay, so more pitchers used in a game equals a quicker hook, less leeway for the pitchers, right? Stealing second. So do they steal very much? John McNamara did not steal either second or third very much. Um, and then sacrifice bunting, is that average in the situations that you would expect, or do they do it a lot? And what this can do is just sort of give you an idea of, should I be bunting here or should I not, according to sort of what reality was. It gives you those tendencies. And some of these managers are very aggressive. Some of them are very not aggressive. But do they have a good bench? Are they afraid to bring in pinch hitters for other hitters and things like that? So, or to pinch run. Um, and the intentional walks, probably a good one. Are they afraid to walk players or not? So here, Gene Mott doesn't intentionally walk anybody. Pitchers are throwing to the guys, doesn't matter who they are. So you have all the teams here. Oh, got a mess up here with Dick Hauser. He should not be on there twice. So I will get that fixed. And you can see David Johnson here. David Johnson just sort of let his players play, and that's kind of what you can take from these is, do they let their players play? Do they heavily manage? If you look at the Dodgers, So Tommy Lasorda is heavy in management, so he is always sort of tinkering and fooling around with the team. Um, and then some people are just kind of in between. Sparky Anderson too likes to sort of tinker and manage his way through the game, and some others do not like to do that. You also have the park factors here. It says here, you can't see it very well, but it says 100 plus favors the batters and 100 minus or less than 100 favors pitchers. So you can see is, Royal Stadium is a pretty even park. Same with Cleveland. Riverfront favors batters just a little bit. Tiger Stadium more favoring to the pitchers. Um, Dodger Stadium definitely a pitcher's park. Some of these are sort of extreme, like Wrigley Field, definitely a hitter's park, way over 100 on each one. Same thing with playing at the Metrodome, definitely a hitter's park. Um, and Old Veterans Stadium turns out to be more of a hitter's park. But if you go to Oakland Alameda, very much a pitcher's park, which would explain a lot of the A's success and when they've had success. Um, and here the Blue Jays were playing at Exhibition Stadium in 1986, so much more of a batter's park than a pitcher's park. And you see here, even Busch Stadium, a little bit more favored toward hitting, and as you would expect, Candlestick very much with the cold air in San Francisco, very much a pitcher's park. So maybe you can get very creative and see how you could use some of those stadium effects to affect the game. I will also think about those things and see if there are ways that we can use these cards a little bit more to actually affect gameplay in the game. But these team cover cards are not for resale. I'm using obviously copywritten material, so I will just provide those to you. Please do not sell them or resell them. They are not for that purpose. They're only for the purpose of your replay. You can print them out or not and use them with the set. They are specifically for 1986. So this is not how they managed over the courses of their career. This is how they managed in this particular year for the managers. And all of the ballparks are from this era. They would have played in these ballparks in 1986. Okay, I think that's it. And yeah, go out and get the game. Download it, play it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And hopefully, it's a very enjoyable game that the community can sort of rally around and play. Maybe a little bit of different take on baseball, a little bit traditional, a little non-traditional, and hopefully you have a good time playing. That's really why I make games, is for you to have a good time. And if you can think of any improvements or ways to make it better, feel free to email me at quickpitchgame@gmail.com. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.